Namaste everybody, welcome to your beginner's practice. Let's start. Go ahead and straighten the legs and separate the feet out to the sides. You can sit on a block here or a folded blanket if your pelvis is tilting behind. Reach your left arm up and lean across towards the right side. Come back to center and switch sides. Reach the right arm up and lean over to the left side. Simple side stretch to begin with. Come back to center, release the hands. Place the left hand to the mat, right hand behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, twist towards the right side. You can start to kick through the heels here. Come back to center and switch sides. Untwist, come back to center. Interlace the hands to the front, elbows straight, reach forward. And start to draw circles, imagining you're stirring a large pot. So go about 3 times in one direction. If you can graze the toes with the fingertips, that's great. If not, reach as far forward as you can. 3 times in the other direction. Elbows stay straight. And come back to center. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to touch. Hands on the shins. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, round through the spine. One more. Breathe in, lift the heart center. Exhale to round in the spine. Come to neutral. Close the knees together. All fours position, a tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees about hip width. Lift the right knee to the right side, hip heights, and lower the knee down. Lift the knee hip heights and lower the knee down. Continue. 3, 4, 5, and switch sides. Left knee hip height and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5, and lower the knee down. Reach back into a child's pose, knees split a little wider, hips to the heels, and walk the right hand underneath the left into this child's pose twist variation. And switch sides. Left arm underneath the right shoulder. Undo the arm, reach it forward, and reach back into downward facing dog. You can shift the hips right to left, left to right. You can bend the knees and extend the legs. Spread the fingers, lengthen the spine. Feel a stretch along the back of the legs. Walk the feet in between the hands. Bend your knees and gradually unroll up into a standing position with the hands by the side of the hips, and we'll take 3 rounds of sun salutation A, nice and easy, nice and smooth flow. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward, bend knees if you need them to be bent. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back, plank position. Lower the knees, lower the chest and the hips to the mat. Breathe in, raise the chest up. Exhale, reach back into downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose as you push the floor away with the hands. Continue breathing. Gaze forward, feet in between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold chest to thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms touch in front of the heart. 2 more rounds. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, soften into your bend. Inhale, half lift, hands and shins are on the mat. Exhale, step back, plank. Lower to the floor, knees, chest, hips to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, rise up. Exhale, downward facing, reach back. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, gaze forward, feet step up. Inhale, half lift, back straight. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, arms drive up. Exhale, palms touch. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank, reach back. Lower knees, chest, hips to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, lift the chest. Exhale, reach back into downward facing dog. We'll add variations on this one. Look forward, step your right foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee to the floor. Place the left palm directly underneath the shoulder. Sweep the right arm back and up to the ceiling as you twist to the right side. Here you can gaze up or sideways or to the mat. Only if comfortable, tuck the back toes and lift your back knee nice and high. As you straighten the back leg, rotate the chest to the right side. Release the hand to the floor, lower the back knee down, walk your right toes slightly forward and straighten the right leg as you move the hips back. You can use blocks underneath the hands here. I didn't have my blocks, so I couldn't quite show you that version, but I've shown it in a different video somewhere. But palms on top of blocks if the palms are not on the mat. Stretch the hamstrings of that right leg. Rebend the right knee, adjust the knee directly over the ankle. Walk the right hand on the inside of the foot and inch the right foot to the right side. Send the knee to the right side as you roll on the outer seam of the foot and place the right palm on your right knee. Gentle weight nudges the right knee away as you twist the chest open to right side. Release the palm to the floor and step back into plank position. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, hips to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, nice back bend here. Exhale, push up and back, perhaps through a plank and then downward facing dog. Step your left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee down. Right hand underneath the shoulder, sweep the left arm back and up to the ceiling. Nice lunge twist. Option to lift the back knee nice and straight up. Or you can maintain the knee down. Look to the floor, hand on the mat, on the inside of the foot or the outside. Straighten the left leg into a half split. Adjust the hips directly over that right knee. Hands on the blocks or on the mat and lengthen your chest as you soften into this forward bend. Rebend your left knee, walk the left hand on the inside of the foot or place the palm over knee or thigh. Send the left knee to the left side as you roll on the outer edge of the foot. And gently nudge or push the left knee away as you spiral the chest towards the ceiling. Release the hands to the mat, inch your left foot to the left side. Lift the back knee, zip back into plank position, breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, hips to the mat. Inhale, cobra, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog, reach back. Breathe. Lower the knees to the floor. Hands underneath the shoulders, arm thread the right hand underneath the left shoulder. Land the right cheek on the mat, and you can inch the left elbow to the floor and stay here, or reach the left arm up, or palm on the sacrum, or wrap around so you can reach the right thigh. You can choose any option here. Undo the arm, place it on the mat, bring yourself up into all fours, and arm thread the left arm underneath the right. Land the left cheek on the mat. You can inch the right elbow forward so you can rest the forearm on the mat, stay there, or reach the right arm up to the ceiling, or palm on the sacrum, or wrap the left inner thigh. Undo the arm, release it onto the floor, all fours position, hands and knees. Breathe in and breathe out into downward facing dog. Look forward, step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee down, lift your chest up, and bring the palms to touch in front of your heart center. Elbows stick out to the sides. Twist to the right as you hook the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Reach the right elbow back and up, an option to stay here, or tuck the back toes and lift your back knee. We're after the twist, so the back knee down or the back knee lifted doesn't really make a difference. I'm really after the twist for you here. Lower the knee, undo the arms, place the hands on the mat. Option to stay with the knee down or lift the back knee as you reach the hips back into a half split. Right foot flat on the mat, or right foot lifts with the heel down and the toes up. Rebend your right knee, lower the back knee. Walk the right hand on the inside of the foot. Inch your right foot slightly to the right side and lower your forearms or elbows to a set of blocks or to the mat. Reach the center of the chest forward. Option to lift the back knee. Lower the back knee down, bring your palms onto the floor, and release the front foot into an all fours position tabletop. Inhale to lift the chin, lift the chest as you arch the back, and exhale, round through the spine, tuck the chin in. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, tilt the hips, round the back. One more here, just like this. And reach back downward facing dog. Now step the left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee, lift the chest to bring the palms to touch in front of the heart center. Twist to the left, hook the right elbow over the left thigh. Option to stay with the back knee down or lift the knee away from the mat. Untwist, lower the back knee to the mat, release the hands to the floor. Option to keep the back knee down or lift the back knee off as you take half split, hips draw back. Back heel is slightly lifted. The front foot could either be flat on the mat or the toes lift up to the knees. Send the center of the heart towards the front of the room. Draw your left hip back in space. Rebend your left knee. Walk the left hand on the inside of the foot. Lower the forearms, elbows to a set of blocks or the mat. Once again, the option with the back knee is to maintain it on the floor or lift it off the mat. Iron out the upper back and gaze slightly towards the front edge of your mat. Lower the knee down, bring the palms on the floor. Release the front foot to come into a tabletop position. Inhale, lift and arch, cow pose. Exhale, round the back into a cat pose. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, arch. Exhale, round through the spine. One more, breathe in. Exhale. And come into a neutral spine. Reach back, downward facing dog. Before we move to the next round, take a rest. Lower the knees, child's pose. Rest the forehead. You can bend your elbows and bring the palms to touch overhead, or rest in a simple child's pose, balasana. From here, reach back into downward facing dog. Step your right foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee down and bring yourself up. Now with the right hand, place it by the side of the right hip. If you have a block, use the hand on the block. Reach the left arm up to the ceiling, breathe in, and exhale, lean over towards the right side. And the fingertips may reach the floor here, or they may press onto the block. We're really stretching the entire left side of the body from the psoas through the sides of the waist, through the armpit, up to the fingertips. Feels really nice. Come back to center. Release the hand to the mat. Both hands down. Straighten the front leg. Left hand underneath the shoulder and cycle the right arm up to the ceiling. Try and maintain your balance by fixing your gaze here. Lower the hand down to the floor. Rebend your right knee. Place the right palm on the right knee or the right thigh. Send the knee to the right side, just like we did in the beginning. This time, bend the back knee. Use the right arm to reach it behind. If you can't quite reach it, that's fine too. If you can reach it, that's great. If you need a padding underneath that back knee, please use it. We're spiraling the chest open towards the ceiling. Release the foot, place the palms onto the mat. Reach back, plank position, breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, hips to the mat. Inhale, rise up, cobra pose. Exhale, reach back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee to the mat. Bring the palms over the thighs. Bring yourself up. Place the left hand by the side of the hip, fingertips to the floor or block. Reach the right arm up, inhale. Exhale, lean across towards the left side, stretching the entire right side of the body. From the front of the right hip to the right side of the waist through the fingertips. One of my teachers would call this pose the Spanish dancer. I can see why. And it's a really, really nice stretch too. I hope you can feel it. Come back to the center, plant the right palm on the floor, straighten the left leg, use a block underneath the right hand if you need to. Sweep the left arm up to ceiling as you take this lunge. This is a half split with a twist version. Release the hand, rebend your left knee. Walk the left hand on the inside of the foot and place the left palm on the left knee or the left thigh. Send the knee to the left side as you roll on the outer seam of the left foot. Bend the back knee, reach the left hand to find your back foot. Remember, even if you can't quite reach the foot, the hamstring of the back leg has to work to bend the knee. And that's fine too. So attempt as if imagine that you're reaching the foot. If you find the foot, that's great too. Spiral the chest open towards the ceiling. Release the hand to the mat, lift the back knee. Sit back plank position, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, hips to the mat. And from here, rest. Palms on top of each other, cheek onto any one side. Allow the body to rest and relax. We've done a lot so far. Even though this is a beginner sequence, we did manage a lot. We have managed to put in a lot of effort into these movements so far. From here, bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders as you lift the chest. You can bring the palms to touch or you can interlace the hands. Tuck the toes under, hug the belly button in, and lift the hips and perhaps even the knees off the floor. This is a forearm plank or an elbow plank version. The modification is to lower the knees. Spread the shoulder blades and maintain the pelvis neutral or in a posterior tilt. Lower the knees, lower the hips, and rest. Once again, bring the forearms on the mat, elbows underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, draw the belly in, lift the hips, lift the knees. And when I say posterior tilt in the pelvis, the feeling is to lift the pubic bone up towards the navel as you slightly squeeze the glutes. That lift creates an engagement through the core, the anterior core, your abdominals, and lower to the mat. Let's do one more round in forearm plank. It's a pretty challenging pose, especially because the body is parallel to the floor. Tuck the toes, lift up and hold. Elbow plank is slightly more challenging than a full plank pose just because of the position and the orientation in relationship with the floor. Keep the thigh bones lifting high. Lower the knees, lower everything to the mat, rest. From here, bring the forearms onto the mat. This time have your forearms parallel to each other. Lift the chest in a sphinx pose. And lift the elbows off the mat just a touch so the neck still stays nice and long. And lower down to the mat. Reach the arms out by the sides of the hips, palms down, forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. Locust pose, one of my favorite postures to add in class. And lower to the mat. For the next one, interlace the hands above your hips. Forehead to the mat to prepare. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. Locust pose is a really good pose to strengthen the back muscles and counter all of our poses where the arm reaches forward. In this pose, the arms reach back in shoulder extension. So that's a nice little counter for the shoulders. Reach back into child's position, child's pose, balasana. Rest. Bring the hands by the sides of the knees as you come up. And swing the feet over towards your left side as you lower the hips onto the mats. If this is not comfortable for you, pick up that right foot and inch it slightly forward so the shin is parallel to the mat, the side long edge of the mat. Now place the left fingertips onto the mat on the side. Reach the right arm up, inhale. And exhale, lean towards the left side, stretching the right side of the body. You can also place the left palm on the right knee. Come back to center. Release the right hand to the mat behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist to the right side. Untwist, look forward and switch sides, move the feet towards the other side, the right side. Once again, if the hips are leaning over onto one side and this is uncomfortable, inch your left foot forward so the shin is parallel to the front. Place the right fingertips on the mat to the side, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, lean over towards the right side. Come back to center. Twist towards the left side, placing the right palm on the left knee. Untwist, gaze forward. Undo the legs. Stretch the legs to the mats in front. Tap out the backs of the knees. And come into a cross-legged pose. Now usually we have our ankles crossed. This time lift the knees, walk the feet forward and to the sides so the shins cross and the heels are lined up with the knees. Walk your hands forward. You can rest the elbows onto blocks, perhaps forehead onto a block or on fist of hands. Release the back of the neck. Feel the stretch along the outer hips. And bring yourself out of the pose. Switch legs. So lift the knees, walk the feet away from each other. Line up your heels with your knees. Reach the arms forward. Forehead to the mat or the fist of hands or a block. And bring yourself out of the pose. Undo the legs and come to lie onto your back. Bring the knees to chest, cross the right knee over the left knee. Take a breath in and exhale, both knees twist to the left side. Stretch your arms out to the sides, palms up or palms face down. Close your eyes. Bring the knees to center, undo the legs and switch left knee over the right knee. Breathe in. Exhale, twist knees to the right side. Untwist, bring the knees to center. Place the hands by the side or underneath the hips and straighten the legs up to the ceiling. You could also use a block underneath the hips here. If the knees are slightly bent, that's all right. Just send the soles of the feet to face up to the sky. Bend your knees. Straighten the legs to the mat in front. Relax the hands by the side of your hips. Release any tightness or tension in the body. Consciously relax your face, the forehead, and allow yourself and give yourself the permission to fully rest and relax in your Shavasana. And now begin to gradually bring awareness back to your body. Gently move the toes, the fingers, move the wrists, the ankles, Close the legs together. Stretch the arms up and over your head. Give yourself a nice good stretch, right side, left side of the body. And release the arms out by sides. Bend your knees. Roll fully over towards the right side. And use the support of your hands to come up into a comfortable seated posture. Bring your palms to touch. Rub your palms and place them to hover over your eyes. Take a breath in and exhale, open the eyes in the hands. Have a lovely day, everybody, and keep up the practice. See you on the next video. Bye.